I think warm my flesh means that we all are together in this life. You're not alone. You're not the only broken person. We all have stories.
I think that belonging and some kind of social support is something that we don't really realize how much we need it, all of us really, until it's missing or until there's a crisis.
When I came here, I was pleasantly surprised at how well I was received and loved and cared for and accepted. And that's what made me feel like heaven.
Even though it was a first-time in-person visit for me to these community centers and places, it felt like coming home in a lot of ways. It felt like visiting old friends, being in person with these people that we believed in what they're doing for so long, enough to send students, like them being our partners in education, our partners in mission.
I need to be here to be with these kids, to minister them. It's a gift. What God gave me this gift to speak with children, to listen to the children. The life will change when we just try to love them. Just try to love. And that Jesus don't do it alone.
Kids are a new beginning for the world. And seeing that the kids that used to be here and they are grown-ups now, they come to keep in touch with us. They come and help us. So it feels like they have hope. They are thankful for what happened. So it feels like the work here, it's not in vain. It's not for nothing. We can't see it most of the time, and we can't touch it, but it's real. People are involved in this, and lives are changed.
Why is it so important in the Gospels that it says, and he looked at them, and he saw them? Because a lot of those people just had not been seen. They had been overlooked for so long. They probably didn't think they mattered at all. And I think that's a big part of Word Made Flesh. Those who have felt like they don't matter for a long time probably matter the most.
I think giving is spiritual. It can be obedience and it can also be worship. A lot of times people give out of sacrifice, and I think that's important. But I also think that giving is an opportunity. It really is a gift. I've been on both sides of the table, receiving and giving. And I know when I feel called to give or led to give, it's more than obedience. It's an opportunity to give God a part of myself, a part of my finances. I've been part of too many conversations where people feel called to give, and at that point you're not asking or articulating a need or asking them to make a sacrifice for you. God's meeting you there, and God blesses the giver. And I think if we deny ourselves that opportunity to see God work through our gifts, then we're missing out on some intimacy with God.
Yeah, I think people are called in different places. Some of them are called to be near, in proximity to the poor physically, while others are blessed in what they are called to do, and they can bless those who are on the ground through their support.
So we as Word Made Flesh can only do this work with and through the body of Christ. And so we do invite you to join in the work that God is doing around the world.
I would love to see people sit down with their finances and ask God for a call, and to present finances to Him and say, God, what would you have me do right now? And to prayerfully obey what you think God is calling you to do. And what we have seen is that our needs are met as we petition God with our plans and we ask for His provision, we know there are people who are petitioning God with their money and their gifts. And to see God bring us together is truly a miracle. So I'm grateful for the people who are willing to sit down with their finances and give them to God and ask God to lead their giving. And we'll do everything we can to be obedient, to share with you the way God has used the gifts we receive.